Yeah, it's inside of the VAB, huh? We'll look at that video in a little bit. Okay, I'll be back in a moment, then we'll get into space news. And we'll go from there. All right, Jacobs, I'll see you in a little. I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. I was about to say I'll see you in a little bit, but I'm gonna see the stream in a little bit. You're leaving, so see ya. Do you have a banana for sale? No, sorry. Be back in a second, guys. Here, I'll try to find a video that we can put on. Give me one moment. Let's see. Do we want more spokes? We did the orbital mechanics yesterday. How about we do... Huh. I'm thinking. Trying to think. You know what? Let's just do remarkable flying machine. Yeah, boy. Be back in a second.
Sunday, April 12th, 1981. Kennedy Space Center, Florida. The Space Shuttle. 14 stories high, 2,000 tons, poised on the pad for its maiden flight. This is Columbia, the spaceship that will orbit the Earth. Its external tank. It holds over 500,000 gallons of fuel for Columbia's 3 main engines. And the solid rocket boosters, the largest ever used on any launch vehicle and the first to be employed in a U.S. manned flight. At liftoff, the solid rocket boosters, together with the 3 main engines, will unleash more than 6.5 million pounds of thrust needed to launch the world's first reusable spacecraft. Never before has a winged vehicle been launched like a rocket, orbited the Earth, returned through frictional heating in excess of 2,500 degrees, and landed, still aerodynamically sound, to be launched again and again. If it succeeds, the space shuttle will truly be a remarkable flying machine. There are many other goals to be reached during the 54.5-hour mission that lies ahead. 144 test objectives are planned for the flight. These objectives could not be achieved without an astronaut crew. The commander, John Young. The pilot, Robert Crippen. Young has already been in space 4 times for a total of 533 hours. He is the most experienced astronaut flying today. Although Crippen has over 4,000 hours of jet aircraft flying time, this will be his first time in space. The astronauts make their way across the access arm toward the shuttle in the pre-dawn hours before launch. An American spaceship has never carried a human crew on its maiden voyage. At the Launch Control Center, 3 miles from the pad, final steps are being completed in the countdown. Final preparations are also being made in the Mission Control Center in Houston, where control of the flight will switch once the shuttle clears the tower. There has not been a manned launch from Kennedy Space Center since the Apollo-Soyuz test project in July of 1975. With this launch, Young and Crippen, launch controllers at the Cape, and flight controllers in Houston will experience the most dynamic, fast-paced series of launch events ever undertaken in the space program, all in less than 9 minutes. The most challenging ascent profile ever to be flown by a space vehicle. Photographers, film and television crews, plus newspaper and magazine writers from around the world, nearly 2,700 of them are here to cover the launch. In addition, approximately 600,000 spectators line the coastal area near the Kennedy Space Center. Arriving by every mode of transportation, they have come from every state in the Union and many foreign countries. The promise of a rebirth in America's manned space program and the dawn of a new era in space transportation awaits.
14, 13, T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start.
Roger, roll.
The roll will put the shuttle on its precise heading toward an imaginary target in space.
Roll program complete.
Roger, roll complete. Get a status. Vital. Go. Booster. Go. GNC. Go. Eagle. Go. Go at 40, Capcom. Columbia, Houston, you're go at 40.
The shuttle is now 40 seconds into flight.
Discovery, go at throttle up. Roger, Columbia, on the nice ride. You're lofting a little bit. You'll probably be slightly high at staging. Negative seats. Columbia, you're negative seats.
Should anything go wrong, the shuttle is now too high for the astronauts to use their ejection seats.
Roger, you're go for SRB step.
We see SRB step flight.
Roger, on a step.
103 converge flight.
Bet. Capcom, let's tell them all the calls are going to be a tad early because of the hot first stage. Columbia, you're looking a little hot. All your calls will be a little early.
Okay. And that looks good here. Stand by, press to MECO.
Columbia, stand by. Press to MECO.
Mark it.
Mark. Press for MECO.
Roger, press for MECO.
The shuttle can now continue toward MECO, main engine cutoff.
Stay like the VAP, Eagle. ECOM.
Let's go, flight.
Capcom, VAPs go.
Stand by, negative return.
Columbia, stand by for negative return.
Mark it.
Marked. Negative return. And your VAP is good.
Outstanding. Sure is. We can confirm it. What a view. What a view.
And single engine rotor flag.
And Columbia, your single engine rota.
Columbia can land safely at the Naval Air Station in Rota, Spain, even if 2 of the 3 main engines should fail. Right now, the engines are generating over 42 million horsepower.
Miko 25, 6,
Miko.
0, up at 200.
Roger, Miko.
And we got Miko confirmed.
Miko, Roger, Columbia, Miko. Right on the money, nominal.
Main engine cutoff. Columbia is now in space, traveling over 18,000 miles per hour.
Okay, we got set.
Roger, we confirm the step, Columbia.
The external tank has just been jettisoned and is now falling away from the shuttle back toward Earth. The tank will break up as planned over the Indian Ocean when it comes into contact with the atmosphere. Shortly, by firing the OMS, Orbital Maneuvering System engines, Columbia will achieve orbit. Then one of the most important tests of the mission will be attempted, opening the payload bay doors. The doors must be opened before the end of the 6th orbit to expose the space radiator cooling system. If the radiators cannot be exposed, heat collected from the onboard electronics cannot be released, and the astronauts will have to return home. The OMS burns are successful. Columbia is now in orbit, circling the Earth at an altitude of approximately 150 miles. The payload bay doors will now be opened.
Okay, the port door's coming open now.
Roger, copy.
Well, you are missing one fantastic sight. Boy, that is really beautiful out there.
We appreciate those updates.
Both doors have been opened. The radiators can be deployed to begin dissipating the heat.
The doors are all opened up and hunky-dory. Labs are deployed right on time.
And the radiators look good.
Okay, we want to show you our own pods here. We do have a few tile missing off of both of them. Off of the starboard pod, 3 tile and some smaller pieces, and off the port pod, looks like I see one full square and looks like a few little triangular shapes that are missing, and we're trying to put that on TV right now.
Roger, Crip, we can see that good.
From what we can see of both wings, tops and leading edges, though, all those are fully intact.
Within minutes, an assessment is completed on the impact these missing tiles could have on the remainder of the mission. At a news conference later in the day, Flight Director Neil Hutchison answers questions from reporters.
But you asked me if I knew where there were any other tiles that might be loose. The answer is no. And quite frankly, we're not worried about any other tiles being loose.
At this writing, is there anything at all that would lead you to say you might not go for a full duration mission?
Nothing.
Columbia, Houston, you guys did so good, we're going to let you stay up there for a couple of days. Your gopher on orbit.
Spacecraft wants Gopher on orbit. This thing is just performing just outstanding.
Roger, we agree with that. And Columbia, Houston, just for your information, you dropped those SRBs right on target, and they were floating just the way they ought to be, and the boats were getting ready to fish them and bring them back.
Okay. The ride that they gave us was pretty neat.
The solid rocket boosters, which separated from the Columbia as planned 2 minutes 11 seconds into the flight, landed on target in the Atlantic Ocean, 151 miles downrange from the launch site. After being towed back to Kennedy Space Center, both boosters will be refurbished and used again in a future shuttle flight. The third and fourth OMS burns are also successful, raising Columbia's orbit to an altitude of approximately 172 miles. For the first television transmission from inside the spacecraft, the crew will give a status report on the mission.
The flight so far has gone as smooth as it could possibly go. We've done every test that we're supposed to do, and we're up on the timeline, and the vehicle has just been performing beautifully, much better than anyone ever expected to do on a first flight, and no systems are out of shape. And it's delightful up here in zero gravity, might add. Of course, we owe this to a lot of people, and we certainly want to thank everyone who has helped get this thing airborne, and can take great pride in it's doing so well right now. Okay, we're switching over to the aft camera here. I'd like to echo John's words as I usually do. I guess being the so-called rookie on this flight, I had a thrill from the moment of liftoff all the way up to what we're doing now. It's really been super. The spacecraft has worked as advertised all the way along. I think we've got something that's really going to mean something to the country and the world. This vehicle is performing like a champ, like all of us that have worked so long on it knew that you would.
Okay, sir, we appreciate those comments.
I guess that does it.
That was a good time, and I think you must have practiced. We're just about to lose your gold song.
Just accident.
Just accident, says Robert Crippen. None of the other events of the day have been accidental. Every test, liftoff, SRB separation and recovery, ET separation and impact, 4 ohms burns, payload bay door latch opening and closing tests, radiator latch deploy and stowing tests have all been successful.
I guess we owe you guys one super attaboy for today. This is fantastic. You worked through a pretty long, hard day, and you're essentially right on schedule, which is going to be close to being a first sort of spaceflight biz, I think, for first day activities. It's sure been fun working with you today, and we look forward to seeing you in the morning. I hope you get a good night's rest.
Okay, you guys did super work today. See you mañana.
Roger, thank you. See you tomorrow, guys.
Well, many hour went into this thing. A job well done by the shuttle space team. We can't say that she's sleek and lean, but I'll tell you right now, she's a mean machine. The Columbia, not the kind you smoke. This here's a bird.
Morning, Columbia. Welcome to day 2. Go and throttle up.
All right. Appreciate that super wake-up music this morning. Well, we sure enjoyed it. This one a good breakfast.
Today, the astronauts will test onboard systems and also review procedures for tomorrow's landing. A test of the flight control system is conducted by John Young. The flight control system operates Columbia's aerosurfaces, the elevons, body flaps, rudder, and speed brake. These surfaces are useless in the vacuum of space, but will be essential tomorrow when the shuttle lands. This will require precision maneuverability, which the aerosurfaces provide. Payload bay door cycling tests help ensure that latching and closing procedures can also be done before entry tomorrow. As with every mission, many pictures of the Earth are taken by the astronauts. Over 500 on this first shuttle flight. Active volcanoes, cloud formations, alluvial fans, giant whirlpools over 15 miles in diameter, sand dunes 1,500 feet high, running unbroken for hundreds of miles. The high Himalayas, where mountain peaks reach 24,000 feet. and one of the most remarkable space photographs ever taken of the Earth, an area in Iran exposed to wind erosion, which has resulted in these breathtaking silt and sandstone formations that look more like a painting than a desert. After lunch on the second day, the astronauts receive a phone call from the Vice President of the United States, George Bush.
How's it going up there? Everything rocking along all right?
Spaceship is just performing beautifully.
Well, it's great, and everybody views it, I'm sure, just as the forerunner of great things to come. I think your trip is just going to ignite the excitement and the forward thinking from this country, so I really just wanted to call up and wish you the very best.
We certainly appreciate it, Mr. Vice President.
The crew also don and check out the ejection suits they will wear during entry. Young, Crippen, and Columbia pass every test. They are ready for the final phase of the mission, entry and landing. April 14th, 1981. NASA's Dryden Flight Research Center on the edge of Rogers Dry Lake Bed in California. A recovery convoy of 24 vehicles and more than 100 personnel are assembling here to power down Columbia after landing. Enormous crowds are also beginning to arrive. A string of traffic 6 miles long waits to enter the base. Thousands more are already here. Close to 1/2 million people will eventually be on hand to see the landing. On board, the astronauts suit up for entry. The ascent and orbital phases of the mission have gone extremely well. Now the final phase must be completed. Before that begins,
Columbia, you have a go for payload bay door closing.
the doors, which have been open a total of 47 hours during the flight, must now be closed. Then, using the RCS thrusters, Columbia will maneuver into deorbit burn attitude, head down and backwards, fire the OMS engines one last time, and descend into the Earth's atmosphere.
Nice and easy does it, John. We're all riding with you.
Columbia is out of contact during the OMS burn. Mission Control will not know if this burn was successful until they are in communication with the spacecraft over Australia. It is now over the Indian Ocean on the other side of the world, but from that distance the burn must be precise so that later Columbia will hit the lake bed target in California.
Columbia, this is Houston through Yargady. We're standing by.
Burn was on time at nominal reserve 110.
Columbia is now committed to entry. With an RCS post-burn maneuver and several firings, it is oriented to a heads-up, nose-first attitude headed toward entry interface. This is where the atmosphere begins, at approximately 400,000 feet. From that moment until the shuttle reaches 165,000 feet, it will be in communication blackout, out of touch with mission control for almost 20 minutes. The landing site is almost 4,400 miles from entry interface. Chase planes are preparing to take off. One will call out altitudes and check Columbia for any damage just prior to landing. When the shuttle touches down here, it will be traveling at 216 miles per hour. Right now it's going more than 17,000 miles per hour. Before it lands, it must slow down, lose energy, and it must survive the intense heat caused by traveling through the atmosphere at such a high rate of speed. Several S-turns or roll reversals are used to slow down and maneuver Columbia through the atmosphere. This one is done at 256,000 feet when it is traveling at more than 26 times the speed of sound. This one is done at 208,000 feet. During these two roll reversals, entry heating is most severe, with temperatures reaching 2,500 degrees some places on the vehicle. The aluminum skin will melt at 320 degrees. The silicate tiles must insulate the vehicle from the tremendous heat. Since there is no test facility on Earth to simulate the aerodynamic and structural environment Columbia is in right now, only calculations could be used to predict what would happen during this phase of the flight. The predictions and calculations had to be right.
Hello there, Houston, Columbia's here.
Hello, Columbia. Houston's here. How do you read?
Flying clear, and we're doing Mach 10.3 at 180 AS.
And we couldn't agree more, John. Your state vector's good. We've got good data in-house.
Okay.
The entry trajectory, velocity, and position look good. Columbia is heading for home, now only 470 miles away.
Nothing more left RCS, but okay. Right, we're showing a roll.
And, John, we're showing you rolling right. Looking good.
Right, I'm on roll.
We're showing him crossing the coastline flag.
Columbia, we show you crossing the coast now.
Right, yeah. We can come.
The shuttle is first sighted at about 100,000 feet with a long-range camera from Anderson Peak, California.
What a way to come to California.
In flight photo, I still look perfect, right on the nominal.
Roger that. Out of 112K, 4.8 Mach.
We're seeing this in a row.
We see Delaz 21 degrees.
A roll reversal is done over Bakersfield, California.
Oh, that's beautiful. Chase has a tally. Roger, checking.
And we're seeing 1.3 Gs coming around the hat.
Roger that.
The astronauts are making the final turn to line up with the runway.
Columbia, you're really looking good. Right on the money. Right on the money. And turning on to final, your winds on the surface are calm.
I got a win.
You're right on the glide slope, Columbia.
Yeah, clear, John. Looks real good underneath. Everything looks real good.
Chase reports no tile or other damages evident underneath the shuttle. Columbia's altitude is now just over 5,000 feet.
Pretty clear.
Without power, Columbia must land. It cannot make another attempt.
You're coming. You're down. Feet. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Those gears come. 5, 4, 3, touchdown. Welcome home, skipper. Columbia's on the roll.
Welcome home, Columbia. Beautiful, beautiful.
You want us to take it up to hangar, Joe?
We're going to dust it off first.
There's a Wolf as great as all electric flying machine, I'll tell you that. It was super.
Okay, convoy's on its way.
Convoy on. We'll stop on the Columbia. We'll stop.
The maiden voyage of Columbia has been a success. The astronauts and the vehicle have met or exceeded all 144 flight test objectives. The integrity of all the systems, propulsion, avionics, structural, flight control, power, and thermal, have been affirmed. John Young's comments after returning home.
I can't tell you what a tribute that is to the American working man and the American working woman, too. You can't imagine the variety of people who worked on this vehicle, from all walks of life, all capabilities and limitations. It's all due to their individual efforts. They proved that they can do the job. They proved it for the world to see. And I'm mighty proud to be associated with folks like that.
What a tribute indeed. The Columbia represents an achievement in aerospace technology and development never before realized in the history of manned spaceflight. It is our basic building block for the future.
It's what we've been trying to do for the last 10 years. We've got a vehicle with a payload performance that will allow us to do that, much cheaper than we've been able to do it before. It will immeasurably improve the defensive capability of the country. It will help develop space science and technology. When we get operational, the space shuttle will be able to do in 5 to 10 years what it would have taken us 20 to 30 years to do otherwise. We couldn't do it if we didn't have the space shuttle and that payload capability. And the sooner we do those things, the better off the country's going to be.
A revolutionary new era in space transportation has just begun. Routine access to space. Welcome to the future.
Tell you what a tribute that is to the American working man and the American working woman too. Can't imagine the kind of capability that we have here. Hello. How are you guys? Is that Governor W? No. Ah, it's an EJ. A wild EJ appears. Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Related. How are you? I'm all right. I'm tired. Came here trying to resetting my sleep schedule didn't really work. It's okay. You go when you feel like it. Hey, Just Space, what's going on, man? It's okay. You go when you feel like it. All right, let me transfer some space news links over and go. I've also decided that I'm over James Webb launching on Christmas. I don't really care. It's a burden. It's a little bit of a burden for me, but it doesn't matter. I'll have my laptop. We'll cover it. It'll be a little bit of a weird stream, that's for sure. Because I'll be at Primo's parents' house. But hey, it is what it be, so it do. With that being said, please don't launch on Christmas. What's happening after the rocket review? Yeah, insomnia is a pain. I actually wanted to say something about that, but yeah. Hey, Boxy. It's probably a time to say goodbye to Ship 21. A crane went up next to it, and it consider it And considering it's already an outdated design, scrapping it is likely. Yeah. Got it. They'll get to T-minus 5 minutes and scrub. I swear to God, Lammy. I swear. I swear to God. Good. Are we going to do some KSP today? Notice you haven't played in a while. I am taking a hiatus from KSP, Just Space, probably just until the end of the year. Actually, well, maybe. Yeah, it's probably, either way, probably till the end of the year, just because the holidays have been stressing me out a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, the holidays don't usually stress me out, and it's nothing to do with stream or anything, but I need to be in the right headspace when I'm playing KSP, or else, I mean, it's rocket science. If you're not in the right state of mind, something will go wrong. You know, you have to make sure you're going at it with your best effort. And I wasn't giving Kerbal my best effort. The reason why is because I've been distracted by I wouldn't say distracted. That's not the right way to put it. Just real life stuff. That's all. Like Brimo and I are planning a wedding. We're planning a wedding because, you know, that whole, she has that piece of metal on her finger. That's kind of, you know, it's kind of an important thing. So we've been trying to get that all figured out. Then just the stress of the holidays coupled with the normal stresses of the stream kind of put your boy at a boiling point, and I kind of was like, I gotta back off from something. Yes, the shiny metal finger looped. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was feeling pretty overwhelmed like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'm just like, nope. So I've been just trying to back off and take it slow, dude. That's all. No, there is a need to explain Just Space. I owe you guys a reason why I'm not playing KSP. Like, I think I should be able to give you that due diligence at least, you know? Yeah, no, Just Space. I do explain it. I do explain it for you, and I explain it for everybody else. SpaceX is the UPS of spaceflight. They gotta work fast, but stuff gets destroyed in the process. Ow. So, yeah, I'm just taking my time. That's all. Yeah, it's the first time that I've ever had to really, like, say, like, I'm taking a break from KSP. Never had to do that before. Which is strange. It definitely feels weird not playing Kerbal on stream. It's bizarre. Like, I feel very guilty for not doing that. Maybe guilt isn't even the right way. It just feels strange. It feels like I'm on vacation, but I'm not on vacation. Which is kind of nice, because I'm getting all the plus benefits of being on vacation while not being on vacation. Does that sound right? Have you seen Star Sector? Not sure. Yeah, no, I will tell you this. The reset stuff is working. Like, just playing Satisfactory and playing Hearts and just shifting gears in my brain and working on another project, that's making me want to play Kerbal more. It's very, very bizarre. I already have blueprints for a new Freedom rocket up here, and I think you guys will like it. Yeah, I got some blueprints for a new Freedom design, a 375 meter design, boost back, landing, maybe even a tower catch, maybe, who knows? Who knows? I'm trying to, yeah. A Slossian article. Oh, yes. Novus, you want to hear a good one? So Bandit had a question in chat today, and no, it's not him. He didn't ask it. He goes, I was trying to understand what this video is saying, and he said he's telling me he watched a video where it was a video. I don't know who did it. He didn't say who did it, and that's probably for the better. The video was, you know, SLS's engine controller and NASA's willingness to just swap it out is going the way of Starliner. You know, just like how Starliner just swapped the valves out. They're just swapping valves and engine controllers out, and it's not good engineering. I'm like, huh. Okay. Yeah. Do you know what my immediate response was? Disregard this person's opinion immediately. They have no idea what they're talking about. And then proceeded to say why. Yeah. Any chance for a revival of the Imahara class. Ah, too small. Too small. Too small. No, Iron, this was just a video on the tubes, on the YouTubes. That a viewer that I know pretty well was talking about. Yeah, it's okay. Speaking of RS-25s, did you see the shuttle tweet that I made that stirred the pot a little? You stirring the pot? No. No. No, no, never do that. No. Jeez, Lava, you're worse than me. You're freaking worse than me. This is not the R&R you are looking for. Just, bro. You stirring the pot? Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. So Tim says, okay. Timmy's referring to landing first stages in the context of this, Lavi, but it's still... Oh my god. I think you just wanted an excuse to show pictures of shuttles, which, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's a really nice picture of Challenger. I don't hate that. I'll allow it. Finally, EJ, I have an important and somber message to relay to you. Okay? Oh. Hey. Oh. I really like these pictures. I dropped you a Discord message for you to check later. Well, I'm going to check it now. Oh. Okay, Acton. The third one is directed at the replies. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to look at pictures of shuttles, to be honest with you. Chris gifted us up to Thomas. Thank you. Now that's a spaceship. Yep. Yeah, I like that. Hey, I like those test stands sitting up there on the hills. That's what those are, guys. Those are rocket test stands. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know. This is a really nice picture. Is it bad if I know exactly where this picture is taken from? Yeah, that's kind of bad. Is it? Hey, what up? So who'd you piss off? Let me see. No, yeah, here we go. Did you get ratioed? Let's see. No, that's not bad. I'm just here for the shuttle pictures. I'm not going to lie to you. You have made a typo, making me the victor. Your argument's immediately invalid because you made a typo. I have only one thing to say to this, okay? And you know what? I won't say it. I'll default to your boy.
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
That's all I have to say. So stupid. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, boy. Yeah, just. What the hell is happening? What's going on? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's pretty funny. Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. The simulation is broken. What? Play that again? Play it again? Alright, that's fine.
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
Can we get our guys on the phone with White Claw?
I don't know why I find that so funny. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. Can I show it again? What? I just showed it. That's space news, man. I just want to say White Claw is good. Dude, they retweeted him. Look. Every NS19 tweet I've made is a pretty wild ratio. Guys, it's memes. It's Twitter. It's Twitter. You could say you're giving out a free lunch and people would complain. Like, it's Twitter. Like, I don't know what to tell you, homie. Like, I mean, memes. I saw the whole astronaut thing. Like, oh my god, I'm sitting there going, dude, is this what people do during their day? Like, memes, you got nothing to prove to nobody. You flew above the Kármán line. You don't have to prove to these people. Screw them. All right. Bro, I've been to space. Where have you been? At your damn keyboard all day? All right. Okay. Cheers. Is the stash coming back? Yeah. You like it? Act, you want to know how hard the stash is coming back? We have Christmas at the future in-laws, right? So I'm going to Detroit for Christmas. Guess what's staying? Bringing the mustache. I'm doing it. The first we picked, though, that got people too. Yeah, it did.
You're bringing the mustache.
My plans have been foiled. No.
Why are you bringing the mustache to Christmas? I didn't invite the mustache.
The mustache works really hard, okay? And if the mustache wants to come to Christmas, the mustache will get what it gets.
Mustache doesn't do crap. It just sits there all day.
And looks amazing.
No.
Hey.
No.
Hey.
No.
Abort.
No.
Abort.
No.
Pull the ripcord. I love you. Oh, nice. I got an I love you back. Yes. Bring back the mullet then. Hey. Rome wasn't built in a day, man, okay? See Crafter's last few messages. Sure, what's up? Yeah, memes. I don't know, man. I don't know what people. You're doing something that makes you happy. How dare you? Like, all right, man. You must be real fun at parties, bruh. What's up, Crafter? Wait, is the shuttle really a booster though? I don't know. I don't care. I have an important and somber message. All right. I am iCrafter's son, iCrafter. He had a sudden massive heart attack and died on Monday, December 20th. Oh, no. Since he spent so much time in your 3, I thought I'd let you know in communities he's no longer with us. Ah, alright. Well, hey. Crafter, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. Or Mini Crafter. Hey. My condolences to you and your family. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. That sucks. Nobody wants that. You don't wish that on anybody. And it must be tough during the holidays. So, hey, if there's anything you need, don't be afraid to reach out. Just shoot me a message, okay? That sucks. I'm serious. If you need anything from me, I got you. Crafter was here a lot of the time, but hey, that sucks. So, all right. If you need anything, don't be afraid to reach out, okay? I'm serious about that. Yeah, goalie, I know, right? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm bringing a mustache to Christmas. I'll do it. I'll bring an ugly sweater too. I don't give a frick. Primo's got the ring. She said yes. I'm in. I'm in already. I got the stash, bruh. There's nothing you can do about it. But anyway, Crafter, if you need something from me, please don't feel free to reach out. I'll do what I can. You better bring the syrup to show them your syrup chugging skills. Finish it up. It's a good thing they didn't order hash browns. Just remember, chat. Just remember.
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
I'm gonna nap. See you tomorrow. All right, Meeps. Sleep well, buddy, okay? Jabebos does not drink White Claw. That's right. But he could. I feel the sudden urge to drink White Claw. Am I a piece of crap for wanting to go get some for the memes? Is that bad? I'm in this for the memes. I have no ulterior motive. I'm in it for the memes. Because that's really funny. You know what? I gotta send this to Explosive. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Send that to Explosive. Sadly, he'll be missed a lot. Thinking a lot about the things he'll never see, one of them being Starship's manned mission. Hey, Crafter, look. You gotta be careful. Losing someone sucks. That's happened to me in the past. It happens to everybody. That's one thing to note. Losing your dad,
Discovery,
that's
go
not
at
fun.
throttle up.
You know, I can't relate to that particular scenario just yet. But, hey, don't... If you go down that road, dude, you go down this road of like, oh, he's never going to see this, he'll never see this, he'll never see this, he'll never see this. That's going to put... It's going to put your mind through the paces, and I'm not sure that's a good thing to do right now. And now, don't get me wrong, you shouldn't not be allowed to mourn, but you got to remember, your dad made you the person that you are. So remember the good stuff, not the stuff that you're never going to see. You should remember the good things, all right? Trust me, it'll mean a lot more that way. You know what I mean? Are you streaming from Detroit on Christmas? Yeah. Hey, you got gifted a sub. There you go. Thanks for making a community that served as an online family forum. Well, hey, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. Once again, if there's anything that you need from me, feel free to reach out. I mean, just don't go down the dark road. Trust me on that one. I've dealt with death before. That's not a good place to go. Remember the good stuff. The good stuff. Because that's what'll get you through it. And I don't know if mom's around or not, Crafter, but if not, you gotta be there. You gotta be there for her, okay? So head up. You got this. But yeah, I hope you know, you guys can get through this as best you can. You know, it sucks. That's not fun. It's not fun. But yeah.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out, okay? Don't if you need to send me a message, if you want to talk about stuff, I got you. It's right access. We're family here, guys. I don't know if you guys know this. Family's super freaking important to me. It's something dude, I don't know about you guys, but, and I'm not saying, this isn't like about to like, you know, say like, oh, you know, you should go have a family and you should go have kids. No, it's important to be close to people in some way, shape, or form. You don't want to go 20 years down the road and have nobody. The thought of being alone scares the crap out of me. Like, I'm going to be really honest with you. The thought of being alone scares me. I don't want that. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, you know? You know, so... yeah, you know, it's something that scares the hell out of me, dude. I don't want to be 50 and have nothing to say for it. You know what I mean? That's scary. I don't like that. I have a very small family and divorced now, but I understand where you're coming from. The future alone is scary. Yeah, well, I mean, aflatoxin, that's why we're here. You know, like if you know.
Discovery, go at throttle.
You know, that's why, you know, I build a community with you guys. You know. Yeah, Ian, it's a demon. That's a demon for me. I don't know about you guys. I've lost 2 friends this year. First time I've lost anything that I cared about. Some time has passed. Yeah, no, it doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. You know? You know, I've lost grandparents before that I was very close with. You know, different family members. You know, people get old. They die. It happens. It sucks. It doesn't mean it doesn't suck, you know? Let me tell you about my depression. Yeah. Had a big family growing up, then moved away. Yeah. Yeah, Ian, it scares the hell out of me, man. But like I was just saying, you can't let that darkness preoccupy your mind. It's not good for you. It's not good for anybody, you know? But anyway, Crafter, I hope you keep your head up, man. He also had a daughter too. Stay strong for her and sister. Yeah, hey. You do what you gotta do. But always remember that I'm here. You know, Crafter was in here a lot. A lot. To say the least. Just watching the stream helped me at the start of the year when I was going through a real tough time, so thank you for that. Hey, Steven, no problem, dude. No problem. Like, guys, I'm not going to sit here and pretend everything is honky-dory all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. Even me, I play video games for a living over here and get to basically just cyber stalk Elon Musk all day. Like, drink White Claw. No. Like, dude, I have problems. Everybody does. I have ups and downs. I have times where it feels hopeless. Like, dude, that happens. That's just part of life. But, you know, like, I come in here and I try to be happy, you know? That's the best you can do. It's the best you can freaking do. It's, you know, no guarantees that it works either. Freaking stupid brain. Like, why can't you just be normal? What the hell, brain? Jesus. You know? But yeah, no, it's not. I shouldn't be making this about me, you know. It's messed up. But yeah, hey, you know, you just sometimes you put on a brave face and go. And that's what we're gonna do. And also,
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
Yep. So did I. I went through some stuff a few months back. EJ gave me a pep talk and it was better. But the answers you're looking for aren't always here. You need to look out sometime. Yep. Just remember, the moral of this story is to drink White Claw. Yep. Explosive says LaCroix, not White Claw? Bro. No, EJ is furious typing now. So, how does it feel to be wrong? Ain't no law when you're drinking claw. There we go. Boomer Pellegrino's based. And before Jeff starts promoting Trulies, that would be the funniest thing I think I've ever seen. That White Claw. You know what the funniest thing about that is? I watched that whole interview, right? I sat through that whole thing. The White Claw thing was out of the blue. That's why it's funny. Like, there's the clip of, you know, Elon taking a sip of White Claw and saying, real men drink White Claw. It's hilarious because it comes out of nowhere. Straight classic deadpan. Like, they were sitting there, right? And they were like, And Elon was like, yeah, Starship is really, you know, we're working to make life multiplanetary. And he was getting into, like, existential Elon mode. You know exactly what I'm talking about, where he just kind of sits there and talks about, you know, wanting to make life multiplanetary and how we need to extend the light of consciousness. Also, drink White Claw. Real men drink White Claw. Just, like, I was very confused. 10 tons of White Claw a day keeps the doctor away. The ending was so awkward. It was so strange. That whole interview was ridiculous. Colonel Innsbrucker with the mind bomb. All right, what's up? All right, let's get to space news. But once again, Crafter, I can't say this enough. If you need anything from me, please just shoot me a message on Discord. Do what you got to do, and we'll, we go from there. Chin up, dude. Where's this from? I call him Elon Nietzsche Musk. Real men use BitConnect. The meaning of life is White Claw. That's right. Corey, that was from an interview with a satirical website called Babylon Bee. Yeah. It's a strange interview. It's like the guys are trying to crack jokes, and sometimes Elon's just on Elon mode, and he's just like, no jokes. Only serious. And then he goes and cracks a White Claw joke. It's funny as hell. I don't know, Graph Shark. I don't know. All right. Chin up for the White Claw. Yeah, I agree. We need to replace Wario Elon with White Claw Elon because that's funny as hell. Oh my goodness. Bite Claw. Ow! Why didn't you tell me that this video is loud? What's wrong with you? Ow. You're gonna blow out these poor people's eardrums, Forge. What's the matter with you? Just put a White Claw in his hand. I can't believe that. Alright, what is this? Let's take a look. Again. That's great. Again. Here. Oh. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's take a look. Alright, ready for the dun dun dun. That was just for the intro? I swear if the rest of this video is quiet. Okay, good. Cool. Yeah, I think that's right. Is Ariane 5 the only rocket that can launch this? No. Delta 4 could do it. SLS could do it. I'm not sure if Falcon Heavy could do it. I don't think the fairing is big enough. I'm signing out. Might keep touch with my account going forward. All right. Havoc, that's your account. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna call you Havoc from now on. Havoc, if there's anything that you need, just feel free to reach out. But remember, think about the good stuff, not the bad. Okay? The good stuff. Okay? Atlas could do it, yeah. The reason why the Europeans are launching it is because that's their contribution. They put up Ariane 5 for free as their contribution to James Webb, so they can use it. Kind of went under the radar, but yesterday was Kinesis' 60th candle. Nice. Oh. And Havoc, somebody gifted you 6 months of sub. Jeez. Yeah, Singularity. Out of the 20 billion for James Webb's price tag, almost $1 billion of it is the Europeans. So, I mean, that's the other thing that nobody fails to mention. The Canadians have also contributed 200 million. So the Europeans have contributed 700 million in the form of the launch vehicle and other things, and the Canadians 200 million, and the rest is us. The rest of the other 9 billion in change is NASA. But look, everybody's been saying, "Oh, it's a $10 billion gamble." It's not like NASA said, "Yes, I'll take one $10 billion satellite, please." That $10 billion is total cost involved. That's the cost. That's not the actual retail price of the satellite. We're talking total cost involved here. That's not the unit price. It's different. TCI here is 9 or 10 billion total over like 15 years. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's not even. SpaceX has a higher budget than that per year. I bet you on a per year basis. It's not even close. That's actually really inexpensive considering what James Webb can do. So, and once again, look, I'm not going to sit here and say like $10 billion isn't a lot. I could use $10 billion right now. pretty sure everybody here could. Pretty sure that would be very nice. If they made another 5 of them, they'd be much cheaper. Exactly, Poison. You got it. 10 billion. I could fill up my car with gas. Irv, that's too real, man. Come on. What would happen to NASA funding if James Webb fails before going operational? Nothing. We're slowly building a tiny rail system in Hawaii, and it's 12.45 billion so far, not near half complete. Wait, a rail system? Why? What? Wait, what? Rail everywhere. Forlorn, it's an island. Did you see the rebuild of the spillway in the Oroville Dam in California? Yeah, Irv, I've been talking about the Oroville Dam, which is the 5th largest dam in the U.S. Yeah, and how it literally feeds the entire. It feeds a valley that literally feeds the entire West Coast. Yeah. That whole valley that stretches from Sacramento to Bakersfield. Yeah, that's the breadbasket for the entire West Coast. Yeah. In 2017, when the spillway broke, I actually reported about it for Space News, and I was saying like, it was kind of important. I did it because I used it as a lesson in cities about how Earth and dams work. The Oroville Dam is not just there to generate hydroelectric power, even though that's what it does. It's there to be able to control the spillway. It's an irrigation dam. That's very important to understand. That's very, 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 very important to understand. Basically, that makes it so it holds all the water from the rain season, and then in the non-rain season, the farms can still get water so they can plant vegetables. That's kind of important. I don't think I need to say why we need that. Yeah. Did you see Practical Engineering's video on the Oroville rebuild? No. For all my Oroville Dam stuff, I followed. That's how I actually started following a channel on YouTube called Blanco Lirio. It's done by a guy named Juan Brown. He's a 777 pilot, and he reports about all types of aviation disasters. Anytime there's a crash or something, he talks about it, and he talks about the lessons and why why this crash happened. What were the results of the crash, like how it happened, stuff like that. Very, very helpful for understanding how the aviation industry works. Yeah, great resource. I love that channel. Apparently that only cost 1.1 billion to rebuild, and it was massive. Well, 1.1 billion seems like a lot of money, right? But considering how much food that provides, 1.1 billion is pretty cheap. Yeah, Pins, absolutely. Oh yeah, no, I know Spaceflight. He was a aerial refueling pilot, if I'm remembering correctly. He flew around like KC-135s or C-5s or C-141s. I forget. It was one of the bigger planes. Can you link Blanco Lirio's channel? I will gladly do that. Juan's amazing. It's such a good channel if you want to learn about how aviation, why the aviation industry is the way that it is. Yeah, definitely jump in on that channel. Juan reports about everything. Yeah, very, very, very helpful. If you okay, how has it been very helpful to me? It's been helpful to me in understanding what you need to make a plane safe. We understand spaceflight, right? So because Juan does so much reporting on aviation disasters and crashes and any kind of snafu that happens when you're flying, you learn about why the industry is the way that it is and why it's so well regulated, right? And I use that as a way to try and understand what SpaceX is doing with Starship and why they're trying to do what they need to do with Starship. It makes a lot of sense if you think about, how the aviation industry works. Also, this. Headphone users. Third time, you've been warned. I'm not gonna say it again. I like that a lot. That's... Oh, yeah, that's sweet. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's voodoo. Voodoo is... You know how, like, I like hot rods? Where you take, like, an old plane and you modify it to, you know, be like a resto mod, right? Yeah. So Voodoo is a resto modded P-51. Yeah. 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 Alex Francis, where's literally that ended poorly, damn, flooded an entire valley. Yeah, I mean, it's no good when that happens. Look at the scale between my model of an A319 and the space shuttle. What's that? Really puts it into perspective. Yeah, I know, right? Dragon, that's cool. No teardrop canopy, earlier model. No, the canopy's been modified. It's been modified. So this thing has like a modern FADEC on the Merlin engine, and it has an upgraded prop, an upgraded pitch, upgraded blades. Well, that's upgraded prop. It's designed to be lightweight. It's a racing plane. Yeah, so that's why it makes that ridiculous noise. It's basically a modern computer controlling the Merlin engine on that thing. That's why it sounds ridiculous. It has a Merlin engine. Yeah. The other type of Merlin engine. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's all hot rodded. Yeah, that plane is very highly modified. That is a highly modified P-51. You see that? You hear the sound that it makes? It's freaking ridiculous, man. Yeah, baby. Oh, that's cool. But yeah. So yeah, that was my knee. Blake Illyrio. It's a great channel. Sitting in a parking lot on my Model 3 with the stream going, got to hear that in full booming surround sound. Nice. Beam Festive update. Oh yeah, they added a bunch of stuff to Beam. They added more stuff and things. Kind of want to play. Maybe we will later. All right. Whenever you say headphone users, I immediately turn it up all the way. That was worth it. I drank a White Claw while listening to that. Cherokee real men drink White Claw.
Advertise for White Claw? Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
I don't know why I find that so funny. It's so stupid. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Anyway, let's keep going with the space news, shall we? So, ever notice the similarities between Falcon 9 and Santa's sleigh? This is coming from John Innsbrucker. Both have 9 engines, counting Rudolph. Both carry crew and cargo. and both land and can be reflown. Like the story says, more rapid than eagles. His courses they came on. Yeah, obvious Falcon reference. That sounds... I mean, it kind of sounds like the space shuttle. I mean, but 9 engines. So the real question is, what engine on the Falcon 9 is Rudolph then? And does SpaceX name their engines Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Blaze and Laser and Blazer? How fast does Santa's sleigh go? Well, I mean, Santa's sleigh is like Rick's portal gun. It is an interdimensional vessel, okay? The center engine is Rudolph. Michel, my fitness consigliere. Elon. The thing is that Santa's still flying around and the shuttle isn't. You don't know that. The shuttle could be interdimensional. Let's put Falcon 9 as a candy cane. I mean, let's paint Falcon 9 as a candy cane. That'd be pretty cool. I'd be okay. I guess arts and craft finishes. No. Did arts and crafts finish early? Yes, it did. Blaze. Laser. Blazer. Okay. All right. What if there's a range violation for Santa's sleigh that delays James Webb even more? Why don't we just launch James Webb on Santa's sleigh? John Innsbrucker has a budget. Yeah, Bandit, he has. And we just spoke about that a second ago. But you weren't paying attention, were you? No, it's all good, man. Does Santa deliver to L2? Santa's sleigh is interdimensional. How do you think he delivers so many presents? Bro, do you even realize how much Santa has to scale to be able to deliver all these presents? Can you imagine the North Pole? The North Pole makes the Gigafactory look like a freaking erector set, okay? But if you go to the North Pole, there's nothing there, okay? The only logical explanation is that Santa either has an underground bunker, right? An underground bunker that's the size of a small country that is dedicated to mass production of goods, or the sleigh is interdimensional. And then at the North Pole, because of the solar ionic radiation and the boreal effects, it must be the proper place for, flux dispersal when you're traveling through dimensions. Guys, do I have to remind you of everything? Jesus. Santa is basically a Time Lord. His TARDIS is sleigh-shaped. Yeah, right? You've forgotten the panometric fans. Well, the panometric fans are just there for flux dispersal when you're traveling through dimensions, okay? What if Santa orders a bunch of cargo? He doesn't need cargo ships, okay? It's a critical piece. I mean, the ambificient lunar wane shaft is probably arguably more important to the interdimensional travel piece. And also, the sled must be made out of stainless steel because the stainless steel construction makes flux dispersal. It mitigates flux dispersal. Remember, Santa's sleigh works in the 4th dimension. How do you think... Look at Doc Brown. Doc Brown got a piece of that. He intercepted a piece of it from the Libyans, okay? The Libyans were trying to figure out how Santa's sleigh was working, okay? Why do you think they were at a mall? All right? They were trying to figure out how to mass produce presents, okay? Doc Brown intercepted some of it, right? He intercepted some of that some of the transmission. He figured out through material finite element analysis that Santa's sleigh is made out of stainless steel. Okay, that's why you use the DeLorean. Also, if you're gonna do it, you might as well build a time machine out of some style, right? But he specifically states that stainless steel construction is better for flux dispersion when you're traveling through dimensions. Okay, Santa's sleigh must use that, and he must use the boreal effects at the North Pole to facilitate this flux dispersion. That's how he can deliver presents so quickly. Obviously. You guys, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. And you know what? We'll probably still see an article from somebody about how SpaceX could probably do it for cheap. Yep. Santa's sleigh is too expensive. It's able to travel through dimensions. Oh, God, now SpaceX could do it for cheaper. Both Santa's sleigh and the MiG-25 are made of stainless steel. It can reach Mach 3. Coincidence? It's not even about reaching Mach 3, okay? Santa's sleigh is interdimensional. It could go theoretically Mach infinity, okay? Or it could go negative Mach infinity, all right? Guys, look. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, look. It's no secret, okay? It's no secret that DARPA the other day, okay, was trying to figure out warp bubbles, all right? It's no secret. Look, see? They were trying to be preemptive because they want to figure that the U.S. military wants to use Santa's sleigh technology for a weapon system, all right? Can you refute that? No, you can't, all right? You cannot refute that. What? It makes perfect sense. Why do you think DARPA was funding? Oh, they accidentally discovered the world's first warp bubble? No, they were trying to reverse engineer Santa's sleigh, all right? It's no secret that they just out of the blue in the middle of December in 2021, all right, that they were able to figure out negative mass density? No, Santa's been using this for years. What they want to do is get a leg up on people and have increased strategic capabilities so they can basically warp missiles through interdimensional travel, flux dispersion, to other dimensions. It's no secret. Wake up, guys. It's all right there. We know you have sources on this. The cat's out of the bag. No, I thought of this myself. Wait. No, the elves are not enslaved. The elves are from another dimension. Oh. Negative warp bubble versus black hole. Who wins? That's the same thing. Sometimes I wonder why I do this. Sorry. What are the deer for? Because what are the deer for? If Santa showed up in a Trimaxian drone ship and handed out presents, don't you think that would be a little weird? The average person wouldn't be able to comprehend what's going on. It's like in Men in Black, guys. People wouldn't be able to figure it out. They'd just be like, they're aliens, and there'd be a mass panic. The only way that Santa is able to do this and nobody raise an eye to it is because, you know, put some reindeer on the front. It's fine. It's okay. What could be bad about reindeer? And one of them has a red nose. It's genetically modified. If you're not questioning your sanity, are you really streaming? Yeah, right? We do like GMOs. SPAC. I got it, man. And I thought they only researched that so they can catch Santa to tax him for importing tech. Last for the warp bubble thingy. Oh, okay. Real talk about the warp bubble thing. The only thing that they came up with was a mathematical model and a simulation that presented the right energy densities to allow for a warp bubble. No actual warp bubble formed. But that's not the point here. Santa's sleigh has a warp bubble that forms. Duh. You guys need to wake up. So, is Santa using ITAR? Well, no. DARPA wouldn't be trying to reverse engineer the technology if it was ITAR. It's technology that they can't have. Are they dark matter elves? No, they exist on another plane of existence. Why do you think that NORAD tracks Santa every time, okay? The Soviet Union tracked the SR-71s, and they couldn't do anything about it. Does that mean they were cool with that? No, absolutely not. The first chance they got, when they had the capability to try and shoot one of those down, they took it. Why do you think that NORAD tracks Santa every year? They can't shoot him down. He'll just warp to another dimension. It's impossible. So they can only track him. Man, I'm surprised I'm the only one that has it. Like, how have you guys not thought of this? I feel so deceived. Why are we trying to shoot down Santa anyway? If something violates your sovereign airspace, you're going to be pissed off, aren't you? We're going to need a bigger warp bubble. I'm trying to straight face this. EJ Fox Mulder SA. Yep. Are you saying Santa's from the multiverse? Yes. Today we believe in Santa. Tomorrow what? What are you going to say? The moon is real? No, the moon is there. I can believe that Santa is an interdimensional being. Not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens. Ah, screwed. Well, that's not the first time. It's all right. That's why we don't have Santa here. We had to replace him with Dead Morose. No, I mean, Santa is a machine, Ornock. You are just trying to trick me. Yep, I agree, Tiggs. If you don't think we do anything we could to protect our sovereign airspace and get a hold of that technology, then you're... Yeah, exactly! Yeah! The warp bubble needs a diametrically opposite magnetic focus to anchor for crossing the dimensional divide. Or things go south, the North Pole, so to speak. I told you that the North Pole is just the best place to be able to change dimensions, okay? It's almost at the center of a grav well, all right? You have ionic radiation reacting with gases, and it makes for better flux dispersion at hypersonic speeds. Look, all right? The DeLorean needs to go 88 miles an hour. Did anybody ever sit there and understand and try to unpack why the DeLorean needs to go 88 miles an hour? It needs to go 88 miles an hour because flux dispersion between dimensions is entirely dependent on mass. Why wouldn't it be? So if Santa's sleigh is theoretically carrying all those presents and none of those presents at the same time, that you could theoretically have a negative mass there. So Santa's sleigh is going to need to be able to travel at hypersonic speeds. It's going to need to go extremely fast, or else it won't be able to cross through the whole portal before the portal collapses. It wouldn't be able to work fourth dimensionally. Hello? Okay, let's take a step back here. We're diving into too many hypotheticals. It's not hypothetical! No, Tax. No, that's something different. That's the lizard people. The proof is in the pudding. You think NOAA tracks Santa every year for the kids? No freaking way. They're studying these capabilities. That's what I just said. Also, the South Pole has a great industrial tax rate. I see no flaws in my logic. I see no flaws. I think this is perfectly well thought out. Anyway, let's keep going with space news. All right, see? I think John is, respectfully, I think John is wrong. I think that it's not like Falcon 9. It is more like Rick's portal gun mixed with the DeLorean from Back to the Future, okay? Yeah, exactly, Kem. He has a theoretical, he has an interdimensional industrial base. Duh. Military industrial complex. No, more like SICK, the Santa industrial complex. He's in on the cover story. He was Air Force for a long time, Thomas. That possibly is true. It's because Santa was inverted. Free the elves, stop the slavery. I'm telling you, the elves take a pretty hefty cut here. Okay? But when you're working with negative mass density, if you have the ability to be able to generate enough power to warp space and time so you can change dimensions like what Santa's sleigh does, well, you could. That means they have matter antimatter replicators like in Star Trek. That means they could just conjure the presence. The problem is scalability here, just like what Elon says. It's scalability. That's the big one. Even if you have 1,000 matter antimatter replicators, you still need to make millions of freaking presents. It still needs to happen. So you're still constrained by mass production. All right? The slavery accusations are made up by the CIA, so we have a reason to track them. See? The Santa industrial complex is real. I will write a thesis paper about this. You're wrong, sincerely. What? What? John, I wouldn't believe. I mean, maybe he went rogue or something. Is it better to have an orbital capital ship from where he can land at different places, or fly on suborbital trajectories? Well, I mean, Kem, I wouldn't want to open up a warp gate at low altitude. That seems like a bad idea. People will see it. It has to be up there. So suborbital hops, but they're not suborbital hops. You have to go up to warp, and then you can warp to the next thing. But this can happen like in a split second, faster than our eyes can see. All right. Chat got it. I'm not wrong. That's why the pole caps are melting. It's Santa's fault with his underground factories. It's interdimensional. Never mind. Let's move on to the next news. He's got mad hops. Yes, and props. Okay. All right, let's go. So, all right. Now that I've explained that one, okay, let's go here. He has to have some domestic factories on Earth. They're probably just for overflow capacity, Kem. But I don't think so, no. Let's see. Starship launch hardware stands tall at SpaceX, while NASA HLS experts Astro Comrade, so that's Randy Bresnik, and Victor Glover take a first-hand look. A Starship will land Artemis astronauts on the moon during Artemis 3 after SLS and Orion deliver the crew to orbit. Well, there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture that I like. It's interesting, though. Why are they looking at a scrap pile? Progress MUM just undocked from Prichal. Yeah, no, I know. I have the stream up. Do you guys want to? Here, there you go. You guys want to see it? You want to watch that? People are really thinking Vic is on Artemis 3 since he's in a lot of related hardware pictures. I think Vic should go up there. I think Vic and Hop bring the dream team back. Or Vic and Bob Benkin. Yeah, that'd be pretty rad. The second astronaut on the moon has to be a woman. I bet is Anne McClain. Yeah, but they're not sending 2 people down there, Lavi. They're not sending 2. It'll be a crew of 4. Yo, look at that. It'll be a crew of 4. So my guess is that they're going to send 2 women and 2 men, if I had to guess. 4 to Gateway 2 to the lunar surface. With Lunar Starship, you're only gonna send 2? Nah, I'd send all 4. At least that's what my assumption was. 2 go to Gateway and 2 go down. Why just 4? That's all you can fit in the Orion capsule. We should send you to the moon just for the reaction. Cool. Tag yourself, boyo. Wait, what? Nice. Yeah, that's the MUM departure. That's cool. I also like the chill music. Roscosmos Wave. Or just Cosmos Wave. Very chill. What time is James Webb on Friday? Lo-fi beats to dock and maneuver to. If you did get sent up to space, is there anything that could top that experience? I don't know. I'd go. Absolutely. The correct answer is getting married. Nah, Remo knows good and well what I mean when I say that. Getting sent further into space. Agreed. Getting married in space. That's the right answer. That's cool that they're live streaming it. But yeah, I think we can keep going. Kind of like the chill wave though.
In every person.
This video is from Blue Origin. What's the rocket at 40 seconds? It's a bit loud. Okay. Let's take a look.
In every person, there is a sun. Just let them shine.
Yeah, a bit loud.
All beings are marvelous. The dawn and the mystery and the infinity. Evolution gives birth to two most precious gifts for human: adventure and exploration. It has been imprinted in our bones, becoming our natures. Heroes will always arise with the calling sense of mission in any time.
What is the rocket at 40 seconds? It's a bit loud. This is about the person who won the auction for the new shepherd seat. He's doing a thing where he will give away the 5 other seats to some people. Cool. What the hell is that? What? Any more? Interesting. Pretty sure that isn't blue. Yeah, I was gonna say that's I don't know, unless they dangled a freaking copy of that out there. I don't know. I guess the moral of the story is that
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
that's the moral of the story. All right, next bit of news here. So this tweet is coming from Hagen Warren. All right, so senior science writer at NASA Spaceflight. Sweet. DART, which launched atop Falcon 9 on November 24th, has sent back its first images from space. This image, taken on December 10th by the spacecraft's Draco cameras, shows the stars of Messier 38. DART. Nice. This video is from the person who won the auction, not blue. Got it. Sweet. Alright. Cool. What else do we got? Teams have confirmed James Webb's target launch date of December 25th at 7:20 a.m. Eastern Time from Europe's spaceport in French Guiana. Ariane 5 is scheduled to roll out to the launch pad on December 23rd. Hey, Butterwell's 9-month resub. Cosmos Wave. I like Roscosmos Wave. Kind of works with the music, doesn't it? So, alright. James Webb is scheduled to go off on Christmas Day, which is... That's a thing. So... Guys, I'm not entirely sure it's going to stick to that day because the weather in French Guiana is not looking ideal. It's going to basically thunder and lightning down there for... like the next week. So unless NASA's willing to risk it during a thunderstorm, I'm pretty sure the launch conditions will be pretty violated. I would be surprised if that date sticks. And I'm not just saying that because I'm annoyed it's launching on Christmas Day, you know? The next 2 weeks, Alex. So, yeah, I don't know. What if this is all an elaborate publicity stunt for NASA to gain press? No. I'm done with my tinfoil hat stuff today. Done with the tinfoil. We already talked about flex dispersal of Santa's sled at hypersonic speeds. All right, when you're changing through dimensions. Okay, I'd believe it. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Just remember, chat.
Yeah. White quote, real men drink White Claw.
All right, so next bit of news is coming from Relativity here. Aeon 1 qualification testing is complete. Over the course of our Claw 1 campaign, a number of new technical capabilities were demonstrated. This is a major hashtag milestone as we hashtag prepare to launch. Special thanks to our world-class hashtag team for making it happen. Hashtag Relativity Space, hashtag #. Ship 21 has had a lifting jig attached, scrapping coming soon. Oops. Hashtag #. That's cool though. That is an entirely 3D printed engine right there. Pretty cool. Okay, that sounds pretty neat. Sweet. Awesome. Last one before I head to sleep. Poland Ken into space. STS-120. I don't know if that happened or not. I'm not entirely sure. You see the new Matrix movie? Nope. I have not. Not yet, man. Alright. T0 Systems. Dream Chaser lifting ground service equipment being offloaded. Huh. So this is inside of the VAB. This is High Bay 4, and the mobile launcher from Omega is still in there. Huh. Bro, that steering angle, though. There's a lot to unpack here. I thought they scrapped it, Thomas. To be honest with you, I thought they scrapped that sucker. I didn't realize that they moved it inside of the VAB. See the ceiling right there, guys? That's the bottom of a launch pad. But it's a launch pad it was the launch pad for the Omega rocket, and you could see that they welded up where it was a space shuttle launcher, and before that it was an Apollo launcher. And you can see where they welded up where the SRB goes, and they put a hole right there for Omega. And then they also welded up where the shuttle engines would be. They welded that all up. The launcher was like halfway through being retrofitted for the rocket, for the Omega rocket when the Omega program was canceled because they didn't get an SSL contract. Of course, there's a lot to unpack. Look at the size of the container. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. Also, Dream Chaser lifting GSE. That's cool. Why are they offloading it inside of the VAB? Fork. Lift. Forklift. I wish Omega was going to be a thing. That I don't know. Where is Dream Chaser supposed to be put together? Where is it going to be integrated? And what pad is it going to launch from? Huh. Hey, Fistus. So I've been gone a while. Mind if I ask what those 9 engines gimbaling are? Is that a part of the 12 Days of Christmas? The 9 engines gimbaling, dude? Yeah, I can tell you what that is. Let me show you a bigger version of it, okay? Give me one moment. That belongs to this tweet. What do you think that is? That's real. Oh yeah. Booster 4 checkout, man. Could an MLP be refitted for a different launch vehicle? Yeah. Yeah, of course it can. Alex? Sure. They've been refitted. They were all built for the Saturn V, and they were all retooled for the space shuttle. Seen this pick up Booster 5. Yeah, I just looked at that a second ago, Core. Let's see. Okay, so what's the next one here? Thanks. Yeah, no problem. So Dutch company IS, what is this? ISI Launch Services will be integrating the Ukraine's SIC-2-1 satellite with a Falcon 9 rocket before its upcoming launch year. Where did I get that video of the N1? Nice. Alright, so engine controller replacement details behind the Artemis 1 launch. How long does it take to change one of the mobile launcher platforms to a different launch vehicle, like from shuttle to SLS? Depends on what you're doing, T-Man. There's no set determinate amount of time. English name of the satellite would be Sitch. Cool. It's pretty Sitch. Space News yawns. What can you do? Alright, I got that. Okay. We got the Starship stuff to go through, and then we have... So let's check the SLS stuff first. Is Space News boring you, mister? So... Martin, I know it's a joke, but you really want to know honestly? This is usually the opposite of what I said. I got too much sleep last night. I slept for 8 hours, then was up for 2, and then slept for 8 hours again. And then was late to the stream. I slept through like 4 alarms. And Brimo pestering me. She's like, wake up, you got to stream. I'm like, no, I'm good. It was bad. So today, I'm yawning a lot because I got too much sleep. They bought it, Geeson. Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta reset all that. We gotta reset all that over break. All right, let's get to this SLS article. Let's see what we got. So, let's see. You need this. Yeah, Morton. Yeah, right. The high voltage ejector bed. Oh, no, I'm good. On December 17th, NASA announced the delay of the Artemis 1 mission until no earlier than March 2022. Artemis 1 will be the first launch of the agency's Space Launch System rocket, which will send an uncrewed Orion spacecraft to the moon. Yeah, exactly, Kane. Yeah, Dark Days. Yeah, I'm still sharp, but just tired. More coffee. Oh, no. I filled this up during space news. What do you mean I don't have any more? Frick! Alright, well, let's just drink water. Thank you, Ewok. The latest delay was caused at least in part by efforts to resolve a problem with an RS-25 engine controller on the rocket's core stage. The issue first occurred in late November. After 4 weeks of troubleshooting, NASA decided to replace the controller, which will take place over the next few weeks. An updated forecast of when the Artemis 1 will be ready to launch will depend on how long it takes to install a spare engine controller and fully resolve the problem. Oh yeah, Singularity, we gotta go get some White Claw, that's right. After 4 weeks of troubleshooting, NASA announced its decision to remove an engine controller from one of the 4 RS-25 engines on SLS's core stage and replace it with a spare unit. Although some pre-launch preparations continued around the problem and troubleshooting, the issue has delayed final preparations for rollout of the vehicle to the launch pad and pushed readiness to launch outside of a 2-week period of opportunity in the second half of February. NASA is developing a plan and updated schedule to replace the engine controller while continuing integrated testing and reviewing launch opportunities in March and April. A December 17th Artemis blog entry said, the March launch opportunity is now the soonest that Artemis 1 could launch. Launch period 19 runs from March 12th to March 27. Following that, the launch period 20 opens up on April 8th and runs through April 23rd. Both the March and April launch periods have cutouts for the Orion eclipse constraints. Okay. Long story short, they're doing a bunch of different testing, and some of the testing criteria for Artemis 1 needs certain conditions, like the moon. Basically, the plain English way of what's like Orion eclipse constraints. That literally means exactly what's going on. You don't want the Orion to be eclipsed, because it'll screw with their testing regime. Now, what's their testing regime? The testing regime is basically, for that part of the mission, for Orion, it's keeping Orion out at the moon for a long period of time. Basically, testing that Orion can, for the most part, hibernate, I guess. And long story short, the plain English way of saying it is that they have to make sure that the moon is in the place that they go when they send the rocket. You don't want to send the rocket and have the moon not be there. Yeah, that's kind of important. Yes, it does matter. Because of eclipse constraints. You know it's eclipse constraints because of the way it is. And that's pretty neat. Okay. One of the dual digital computer units in the engine controller for the number 4 RS-25, engine 2060, stopped responding beginning on November 23rd. All 4 controllers are being powered up for the program-specific engineering testing, the PSET testing on the SLS core stage, which is stacked with the full Artemis 1 vehicle in High Bay 3 of the Vehicle Assembly Building. During this event, the Engine 4 controllers Channel B failed to respond to application of power. Oh, the B, it's just the B channel? Okay. An early December agency status report noted, each controller contains redundant channels labeled Channel A and Channel B. I know, very aptly named. All other core stage CSACs, nice acronym, were successfully powered on. Yeah, Lavi. Well, it's not that it can't be, right? Like, that's the important thing to understand. Orion can operate in the dark. It's just not their testing criteria. That's the important thing to understand, right? If you're going to test how a car handles in the rain, you don't drive it on a dry frickin' road. Just, it's not raining. Just test it anyway, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Last, please. Is Orion going into Gateway's orbit? No. On Artemis 1, it's going into a DRO, what's called a distant retrograde orbit. It is a high orbital period retrograde orbit around the moon that should be somewhere near the equator. At least that's what it was the last time I checked. It may have changed, John. So it looks like they lost one of the channels on the RS-25, which is interesting. Huh. The way everybody was talking about it, everybody was saying like, the engine's DOA. Still a DRO, that's a holdover from the EM1 days. That's fine. The dual channels on all four controller power units. All four controller units powered up successfully on November 12th during the other checkout testing prior to the failure on the 23rd. The ECUs are a major component that was upgraded between the use of the formerly named Space Shuttle main engines on the final Space Shuttle launches and the adaptation of the SSME Block 2 design for use on SLS as the RS-25. The engine controller for the Space Shuttle main engines and the new unit for the RS-25 is a primary component of the engine. The controller directly operates the engine from diagnostics and checkout before firing through thermal conditioning and purges for startup during vehicle prop loading, through ignition and throttling during main stage operation, all the way through shutdown and post-shutdown purges and safing. The controllers accept commands and relay data to and from the SLS computers in the core stage for launch operations. In addition to the new controllers for the RS-25, new control software that runs on the controllers was certified for use on SLS. Why would they test it that way? I'm not sure of the exact constraints for why they would do that, John, to be honest with you. The Orion spacecraft is limited to eclipse durations of no longer than 90 minutes. This restriction was originally put in place due to the susceptibility of the solar cells to debond from Orion's solar arrays when in the extreme cold environment of an eclipse. This restriction is currently in place also due to power and battery capacity concerns. So it can't be in the dark for more than 90 minutes. Okay. Oh, cool, Arbalest. That's neat. Okay. The new engine controllers still employ two redundant digital computer units that operate on independent control channels A and B. DCUs can operate independently to provide full redundancy, but can also share or access some data from the other. The controller unit is a replaceable item on the engine, and remove and replace operations for controllers are occasionally carried out on engines installed in shuttle orbiters while stacked in the vertical launch orientation during that program. Former Space Shuttle Program Manager Wayne Hale, a veteran of a few dozen shuttle launches as Ascent Flight Director, recently wrote about one instance in which an SSME controller failed on launch day and was replaced a few days later. We read that blog post. Are the ESA the ones supplying the solar panels? So what will happen in Gateway orbit when the moon is in a new phase? Orion... Yeah, I don't know, John. Yeah, that's, Look, I don't have all the answers in this particular capacity. I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't have all the answers. I don't know why you would design it that way. And I don't know why the heck you would have a deep space capsule not be able to operate in the dark like that. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But then again, if you're designing a capsule that's designed to be used as like a shuttle bus or something, like if you're going to Mars or whatever, it's not going to be in the dark for very long. So you don't need to design it to be in the dark for very long, you know? But also at the same time, like, Look, there's a reason why they did it that way. This is what I do know. There's a reason why that is a thing, right? And let's not presume. This is the stupid mistake that I always tell people that everybody makes. Look, we don't know better than NASA when it comes to deep space flight. All right, you could say, well, them designing a solar panel not be able to work in the dark. That's pretty dumb. There might be a material science constraint here that we don't know about. Apollo didn't have any solar panels, man. That was all fuel cells. Solar panel technology was not up to par yet, so they had fuel cells for the capsule. So they didn't have to worry about anything like that, Orion, which is designed to be on orbit for a lot longer than the Apollo CSM, right? Has the solar panels, so it's uncharted territory. Who knows? Maybe they'll fly it through the dark and the delamination won't happen. You don't know. But I think it would be a stupid idea to presume that we know better. Oh, why they? That's so stupid. They can't make solar panels work in the dark. Well, all right. I mean, I don't think that's a wise decision to presume like that. I don't know the exact criteria for why it's designed that way, but I'm sure there's a good reason. I'm sure there's a very good reason why it's built that way. There really are not many situations where a spacecraft is in the dark for over an hour unless you're landed on the moon or something. Yeah. Hey, Don, what's going on? It's a 2-month resub. Thank you, sir. Anyway, the controller unit is replaceable, and they're gonna work. They're gonna replace it here. Where were we? Okay, the article goes through Wayne Hale's blog here. We already read that, so I'm gonna try to go through. Preparations for removing and replacing the engine controller unit for Engine 4 will take days, with removal projected no earlier than next week, just before New Year's. The uncertainty about how long the engine controller replacement retest and other work will take spills over into the launch readiness forecast for the vehicle and ground systems. SLS can only launch Orion on Artemis 1 when the moon is in the right position. But launch readiness is a measure of when the hardware and people are ready to go. All right, Novus, I'll see you, buddy. Ford said earlier that rumors point to SpaceX acquiring the VAB's second, High Bay 2. Could there be a link? Is it High Bay 2 or High Bay 4? Could there be a link between the stored unused MLP at KSC and the rumors that SpaceX are trying to acquire the VAB, or is that too far-fetched? I can get into that in a second, dudes, if you want to talk. Oh, hey. Huh? Sorry. What were we talking about again? I'm not even... Dude, I'm not even trying to be funny. I legitimately just lost my train of thought from this picture. Does this go in a folder? Yeah. That's bad. I totally lost my train of thought. Give me 1 second. Hokey, we'll get into that in a second. Yeah, see, there's the... Yeah, see, it's default redundant on the engines. Interesting. Oh, yeah, Hokey. Yeah, I got you. Sorry, I was checking messages. I hate that I have to do that during stream, but it's the most efficient way to get it done. Okay, so long story short, they got to swap out the controller. Now, okay, here, I'm not trying to do damage control for NASA, guys, but I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It's better to find these problems now. Now, with that being said, I'm genuinely wondering. I'm genuinely wondering why this problem wouldn't have manifested itself during any other testing. Like, why did it fail now? That's a weird one. Generally, when something like this happens, if you test it and the testing criteria works, and then you do the same thing again, but you do it in a different spot, that means something made that controller DOA. Something on that controller freaked it out. Vibration damage. Well, Darknaze, that engine controller is controlling the engine in that picture over there on the left, right? And then they powered it on like a month ago, and it worked just fine. So something happened between then and now with the core stage. Now, it's important to understand why. It's important to understand this behavior. You want to understand why this happened. That's a real important thing to do, because with NASA's type of testing that they're doing, figuring out why and understanding the behavior is what you need to do before you launch the vehicle. So if you have something happen like this, it's important to really make sure you know what happened and why. It's not just about replacing it until it works. That's what SpaceX does, and that has its merits too. But with the way NASA is doing this, they need to do a fault tree analysis, and they need to figure out why that controller did what it did. But the overarching thing here, guys, is that it's probably better to catch that problem now than on the pad, and that's what Wayne Hale's blog is about. That's why I kind of glazed over that part. They did do those vibration tests in September. Yeah, that's true. But the last time they powered on that controller was in November. That's what the article said, Spaceman. And it's important. It's very strange. You didn't lose the whole thing. You only lost channel B. Which is... Guys, that could be honestly something as simple as something not being plugged in. Something wiggled itself out. Something backed out and unplugged itself. It could be something that simple. But you're going to replace it to be sure, and then inspect the unit to make sure that that's what's going on. Will the SRBs be fine for launching in March? Richu, do you think if they weren't that NASA would even bother? Yeah, Hellfish, something happened between then and now. It could have just been something backing out. This sounds like processing to me, but it could, you shouldn't presume either. When will then be now? Soon. So, yeah, it could be a bunch of different things. See Dems. Yeah.
Discovery. Go
hey, Canadian. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bum, 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 bum. What's up, man? 15-month resub. Remember, the whole system isn't meant to be run full duration multiple times. They're shuttle engines. It isn't meant to be, but it can. But yeah, I get what you're saying. So what flies first, Starship or SLS? Genuine question at this point. We might be leaning more towards Starship flying the first Vickers, but you gotta understand that SLS is a completed system. This SLS core stage design is what's going to be used on pretty much all subsequent designs for a pretty long time, barring, RS-25 versus RS-25E, right? NASA will introduce some engine upgrades into the later SLS flights. But, once again, the Starship orbital flight test is basically just a heat shield test. It's like the EFT-1 mission for Orion. Now, that doesn't change the fact that Starship will get there before SLS, but what Starship is going to do and why it's launching is for an entirely different reason than why SLS is launching, you know? What is a complete Starship in a continuously evolving design? I don't know, Supercraft. I don't personally, and this is what I've said the entire time, I don't think they're comparable. You know, we want to be like, oh, SLS versus Starship. They're not comparable. That's like comparing a space shuttle to a 747. It's funny because one carried the other, but they're not the same thing. They do totally different things. They both fly. They're both rockets, but they do different things. Yeah, Dark Names. There could be a bunch of different things. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, either way, it's important to understand the behavior here. That's the important thing. You got to understand what you made. Yeah, okay. I got you. Anyway. Guys, like, at the end of the day, it's just better to get it right. So it's going to take some time. Delaying it for a month and a half is... No one's going to remember that in the annals of history. People will remember if the thing blows up. They'll remember that. So... Yeah, that's important. That's an important thing to keep in perspective, you know? It's an important thing to understand. Anyway... Let's get on to the Starship news here. Let's see what we got. Footage coming from NASA space flight. As always, we got Boca Chica Gal, so that's Mary and Nick and Sweeney down there. Giving us the daily glimpse into what's going on deep in the southern part of Texas. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, O-Force. That's right. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Starship was too heavy. We did that math out before. But, yeah, you know, hey, Elon Musk just endorsed White Claw. Stranger things have happened, right? The way I see it, if we're at the point where 2 to 3 weeks seems like a huge delay, we're really, really close. I'm not worried, Labby. You worried? I am worried. I have full confidence in SLS. For what it's worth, I have full confidence in James Webb, despite me not wanting them to launch on Christmas. I think it'll make it. It's just annoying. You're just increasing risk factor. But who knows? I'm not... I don't have any trepidations about James Webb launching on Christmas. It's annoying. That's my take on that. It's annoying and it could be distracting, but who knows? Jaeger, James Webb is scheduled to go off at 7:20 a.m. on the 25th of December. Yep. I don't think anything is going to go catastrophically wrong, Labby. I'm not going to lie to you. SLS will probably have some... They'll probably have some out-of-family behavior at some point. Well, not really out of family. Nothing is going to go 100% right with aerospace engineering. That's the one thing I can be absolutely sure about. Nothing is ever going to go exactly right. It never does. It never will. There's not a chance. You can't predict the future. Yeah, Jaeger, I know. It's kind of annoying, huh? I'm not even going to be here, dude. I'm going to have to cover it from my laptop at Brimo's parents' house in Detroit. But hey, it is what it is. It was bugging me, but I'm over it, dude. So for context, Forge said earlier that according to rumors, SpaceX are moving to acquire space in VAB's Bay Number 2. At the same time, we learned that the useless Omega MLP isn't being scrapped, but being stored in Bay 4. Would there be any reason for SpaceX? No, the MLP is in Bay 2, Alex. Here, before we get into the Starship stuff, I'll show you how I know that is in Bay 2. I know that launcher's in Bay 2 because that's the one that Northrop Grumman wanted to use. But the big way to tell, the big way to be able to understand and know that Omega's launcher is sitting inside of High Bay 4 in the VAB is very simple. There's no crawler way. There's no crawler way that goes to High Bay 4. High Bay 4 has been a dead end for basically since its inception. It doesn't have this. So that launcher is in 2. Yeah. So, Alex, you have Bay 1, Bay 2, Bay 3, and Bay 4, and then the TA. This is the transfer aisle. So, where is it? That launcher right there. That's inside of Bay 4 right now. There it is. And actually, there it is being outfitted for... There it is being outfitted for Omega. See the hole right there? That's actually really freaking cool, because they cut this hole into it when they retooled it for the shuttle program. That hole originally wasn't there, and then you could see the channels that were there for the SRBs. That's all been removed, and because that's all been removed, you can see the original hole right there for Saturn V. Willing to bet that this is just a shade over 10 meters wide, at least this way. Yep. 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 Yeah, see? Pretty interesting. Actually, Saturn V really would have probably been more like right here. Is there a bulkhead line or something? Either way, you could... Yeah, that's not exactly right. That's not the exact hole for Saturn V. It's close, but it's not it. But you can see right there, that's where the Omega booster was supposed to go. That mobile launcher, they started building it, and then they stopped when they didn't get the NSSL contract. What I didn't know is that that thing is sitting in 4, which is very strange. You're right, that is a little weird. Why does it say I'm banned from chat? I can see what you're saying, Bazak. We didn't ban you. I would have seen that. Why does it say I'm banned in chat 7-month resub? I don't know. We didn't ban you. I would have seen the alert, Bizak. Any bans and timeouts go right to my phone, so I can keep track of it. It would have buzzed. I would have seen something. I don't know. It's fixed itself. Sorry. All right. You want me to ban you just to be sure? Like, no? All right. Cool. Anyway, yeah. So. Alex, it's quite interesting because the last time I checked, this thing was sitting right there. I don't know when and how it got over here into the VAB. They could have used CT1, which is right there. It's very strange. So, yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that mobile launcher, if anything. I mean, if SpaceX gets High Bay 2, they'll have access to the crawler way. But it just begs the question, what are they going to use the crawler way for? I honestly think that SpaceX will use High Bay 2 to build those at the Cape, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. But simultaneously, it would be really cool to see that thing roll out of the VAB. That would really make me happy. I remember reading somewhere that SpaceX doesn't have actually any interest in the high bays. I think they do, Lavi. I think they do because they need a high bay to build starships. Yeah. I don't know where you read that, but this is one of those times where I'm gonna go ahead and sort of disagree with you there. Picking up what I'm laying down? Source, dude, trust me. What stops them from building their own high bay? Why do you need to build your own high bay when you have a high bay there that's literally has a for sale sign on it? The FAA. Okay. Let's just look at Starship. I never understood why they need to mass-produce starships. I thought they were supposed to launch frequently. Where is the market that needs 10 of them in a fleet? Starlink. Starlink. Earth-to-Earth travel, if they ever get that done. It was hyperbole, Pythos, yes. You're right, it's for rent, but it was a little bit of hyperbole on my part to drive the point home, but... Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. Look at that chunker of a vehicle. They're making the market. Could Starship theoretically get out to the asteroid belt with enough refuel? Sure. If they do continue to do Earth-to-Earth with Starship, would a booster even really be needed? Yes? Staircase. How tall is it going to be? A little bit taller than the one next to it. Wide bay honestly looks like the satisfactory build. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's some rope right there. Name one thing you're gonna need a stupid rope for. I just don't see how that's gonna work. Sounds crazy to catch it. People thought that landing airplanes on ships was stupid until it wasn't, you know? Bizarre, it's fine, Ferd. It's fine to be skeptical about catching the boosters. Heck, I mean, I kind of am a little bit. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just going to be very difficult. But also at the same time, you know, everything was difficult until someone figured it out. You know? We're literally witnessing the game being changed. You know what I mean? For the vast majority of us, we haven't seen a crazy innovation like this. The closest thing, I suppose, would be the invention of the internet, right? That's changed things a lot. You don't think there wasn't people 20 years ago saying that nobody's ever going to connect every single computer together? That's stupid. See what I'm saying? I just don't understand how they're going to do that. See what I'm talking about? Look, I'm not going to sit here and say that catching that thing is going to be easy. It's definitely going to be a little. That's a challenging thing to do, you know. But I invite the innovation. Let's go. Yeah, Pite, those people are saying the same thing about the drone ships. You know, oh, if one rocket crashes into the drone ship, it's going to sink it. One did crash into it. SES-9 went through the drone ship. Total pen went through and came out the other side. Well, at least parts of it did. I don't, you know, it might, yeah, it could cause problems. I'm not going to sit here and say that, pretend like, you know, it wouldn't, but clearly they're not worried about it, you know. Whoops, SES-9, probably. Yeah. But I think it would be a little bit arrogant to assume that, oh, you know, SpaceX hasn't taken into account catching the booster could damage the pad. You don't think that, like, there's no, I just don't think that there's any chance that someone at SpaceX hasn't been like, hey, maybe we should worry about this. You know, like, that's like a big thing, you know? You know, I choose to remain a little bit optimistic about this. I'm not, but Pythos, hey, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and say like that's some easy thing to do. Oh yeah, they'll catch the first booster. No, hell no. No, it's probably going to crash. You're probably right. I think SpaceX even knows that it's probably going to crash. If it catches it the first try, I'll be shocked. Like, that would be something, wouldn't it? I'm not going to say, no hat eating. No hat eating. I like this hat. Yeah, Rosa, right? Yeah. Yeah, Rosa, yeah. Whoops. Like, but see, here's the thing, guys. Simultaneously, I'm not, like, I'm kind of in the middle on this. I don't think you're wrong. I mean, man, if that booster misses, yeah, that's gonna be one heck of a cleanup. Do I think it's gonna damage the pad? Well, I don't know. It really depends on how much it misses by, huh? We'll definitely see some fireworks, and SpaceX definitely wants to make multiple pads. So, I mean, you know, there's probably a reason why they want multiple pads. You know, the Apollo program had multiple pads, and the pads don't have a distinctive circumference around them that tells people where the blast detonation area is for no reason. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, maybe. We're gonna see a landing or an explosion. Either way, we're all gonna have a lot of fun, right? Maybe O-Force, who knows? Hey, Miller. What's going on? Sorry I haven't been around much. Been recovering and rehabbing this foot from the accident. Yeah, that's alright, man. Don't worry about it. Oh, how dare you not be here? It's okay, dude. That's the 33 engine booster thrust section. It's just upside down. I did have a question about the space shuttle. Did it matter which payload bay door opened first? Yes, Lunprod. One door has to open so the other one opens. It's like the double doors where one of them has a flap that goes over one door, so you have to open one door first to open the other. You know what I mean? Yeah, they latched on each other, dude. That was the redundancy there. Hokey, give this up to Miller time. Thanks, Hokey. How's everybody doing? We're doing just fine in here, man. Miller time. I would like to show you something. You know, you want to know how we're doing? Here's how we're doing. Okay, here. This is where we're at right now.
I'd just like to advertise for White Claw. Yeah. White Claw, real men drink White Claw.
Can we get our guys on the phone?
So, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Okay. Sure. Alright. It's a thing that exists. There ain't no laws when you're drinking claws. Yeah, Jen, like I said, I'm optimistic. I think chance favors them landing one. Maybe not on the first try, but they'll get it. They'll probably get it on the second. Who knows? Oh, nice. The H2 launch. Was that streamed, Thomas? Those are nice pictures. Have you watched Wendover content on YouTube, specifically about how airlines work? I find it pretty illuminating. Definitely raises some questions about how Starship could be profitable as Earth-to-Earth transportation. I've heard of Wendover Spatuous. I don't watch the channel all the time. Definitely raises some questions on how Starship could be profitable. I'll tell you how Starships could be profitable. Here. Hold on. Here. The airline industry is kind of inadvertently propped up by the defense industry, right? Here. Check this Space News article. It was streamed VOD here. Cool. Yeah. Just like how making long-range bombers and making airliners kind of go hand in hand. No, Starship isn't a weapon system. They're using it to move cargo. It's pretty useless as a bomber. You see what I'm talking about, dude? I think that money is gonna come from somewhere else, and if they're gonna pay you to do that, you might as well go Earth to Earth with the thing, right? Like, will they? I have no idea. Does it seem far-fetched? Yes. Is it easy to say no? That won't be a thing. Sure. They said the same thing about jet transportation. And guess what? Before that, they said the same thing about propeller transportation. Heck, before World War II, flying boats were the meta. You know why? Because everybody thought it would be too expensive to build runways all over the world. And then the war happened. And then there were suddenly runways all over the world. That's what I mean when I say the airline industry is kind of inadvertently propped up from defense spending. See what I'm talking about? Anybody notice that? How planes just all of a sudden started landing on land after World War II? It isn't a thing until it is, you know. So, I don't think that should be I don't think that point should be underestimated, you know. It does, Kickning. LaGuardia has a boat plane terminal. Yep, it's not a boat plane terminal anymore, but it's a boat plane terminal, sure. Sleeve in that super heavy ring. Oh. Now that's some heavy metal. By the way, Demon, the monks, chef's kiss, fantastic. Halt, Hammersite. Oh, hi, thrust plate. What's new with you? How's your thrust plate life? So that's the bracket that basically holds the 13 center engines right there. That's pretty neat. Yeah, there you go, dude, right? Why are they hating on Elon Musk so much on Reddit? Well, one, it's Reddit. They hate everything. That was a joke. People on Reddit will probably hate me for saying that. But Elon says things that people don't like. And they're going to say things about Elon that he probably doesn't like. Pretty straightforward stuff. I mean, he did talk about drinking White Claw. That's a little weird. Okay. It's a little weird. This is from the cryoproofing test from yesterday. Reddit is making a subreddit to hate you now. Yeah, Bob, they probably are. But see, that's the thing. I don't really... Dude... Look, if I wasn't able to take criticism, I wouldn't be in this business. Let alone for almost a decade. Just gotta roll with the punches, man. You can say whatever they want about me. I don't really care. Huh. Interesting. See the new picture of the new Italian aircraft carrier.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Oh, I like it. It's amphibious, too. Very nice. Whoa! Hey, Stuntman. 40-month resub. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Smib. Yeah, he's the golden boy. Yeah, he could do no wrong. Uncle EJ, the booster's vaping again. Hey, I just found your stream from EJ Sucks. That's EJ Sacks. Thank you very much. People are always gonna say something, dude. You don't think there's people out here that hate watch this channel? There's gotta be. I refuse to believe that there isn't. It's the internet. Somebody's always gonna hate you for no reason. It's the internet. Milo's like, I do. I despise this channel. See, I told you. Shikama's like, I hate you for no reason. See? Your chat, of course you do. You hate, see, this is what I'm telling you guys. Someone's always gonna hate, I mean, it's chat. They always hate the streamer. Why are we like this? I don't know. But why do people hate other people? I don't know. There could be a bunch of different reasons, dude. It could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be, you know, that what people say is at odds with something that's near and dear to their heart. It could be 1,000 different things. Humans are complicated. We're complicated, Liam. Complicated things. Everybody has their reasons. Yeah, Dish, there's no way there isn't a correlation here between this Wall Street Journal article, nice, between this article and this. Like, there's no way. Like, there's no way that's a coincidence, man. It's an article basically talking about some of the stuff that was cited in that interview that Elon Musk did with I think it's called the Babylon Bee or something. Also, jarticle. That's my new word of the day. Chat, calm your jarticles. All right. That's the EJ word now. Just like bigular. Bigular is an EJ word. That wouldn't be as a parody website. Well, their interview with Elon Musk was pretty neat. I mean, there was some stuff in there that I was like, okay. It's the Onion for Christians. Really? Oh my goodness. Okay. I wonder how much hair the chief engineer of SpaceX lost when it was proposed for Elon to catch rockets. Yeah, I don't know. But the way I look at that is if that person isn't gung ho about what like Elon's plans are as much as Elon is, there's gonna be a problem, you know? I'm pretty sure that whoever that is probably just as crazy about doing this stuff as Elon is, you know? Not gonna lie, my girlfriend hates you every time I'm watching your stream on the TV. She pleads that we watch anything else. Ow, honey piston. That's, well, hey, you can't please them all, dude. Like I said, guys, if I preoccupied myself with every little bit of criticism, I would go insane. Yeah, you'd go insane. Ask any content creator. And you know what the sucky part about that is? The negative criticisms always stick in your head more than positive criticisms. Our mind focuses on the bad naturally, so it's you have to make sure that you have that stuff in check, or else yeah, you'll go insane. Yeah, you'll go insane. Yeah, there you go, Six. Well, I appreciate those kind words. It is legitimately a Kirsten parody news channel. All right. The bee is a right-leaning onion. Okay, that's good. Good to know. That exists. Nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me. It's like, yeah, of course that exists. Why not? You know. Yeah, Superfits, it happens from time to time. But honestly, guys, look, I'm not gonna sit here and say that, dude. This community, I'm so proud of this community. No, honestly, I don't really deal with that much criticism. To be honest, I get it from time to time. It happens. I mean. Once again, you guys are actually pretty damn good to me for as much as I give you guys crap, you know? Like, there's not much. It does happen. but it's fine. Like, I mean, and like the other thing is that as a content creator, sometimes you got to rip into the trolls. Sometimes you have to, because that's what gets them to go away. You know what I mean? They're being a jerk. You call them out. They get their 2 seconds of attention, and then you move on. And then they usually move on too. That happens with like GTA. You get people being jerks in the chat or something, or people like hacking the game. You give them the satisfaction, and then you leave, and then they leave. Yeah, it's very. I don't know. Like it. That works. Sometimes you got to rip into them. Most of the time, I just ignore them though. Yeah, I don't give their words power because their words mean nothing to me. Why do they have my respect? I don't have my respect. Screw them. Their words mean nothing. You have no power here. You know? I love you and I love your channel, I love your chat. Never felt as much love and cooperation and patience anywhere else on the net. I feel stupid, but this channel never makes me feels like it made me feel stupid. Yeah, it should come wrong. Yeah, no, it's fine. You see, words are like bullets, and I just let them bounce off of me. Yeah. Just random question I thought of earlier. What was the most amount of SRBs to be attached to a single rocket and launch? Delta 2 jacks used to launch with 7. Yeah, 7 of them attached. For what it's worth. It all comes down to an old rule on the internet. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, sometimes I do. Metroid because it's fun. Yeah. Yeah, Delta 2 had 7 and it could go up to 9. Yeah, that's right, Thomas. Sorry, I missed 2. Yeah, keep in mind they were small SRBs, but still, that's a lot of boosters, a lot of booters. Here, let me show you something. Here, you want to see all of them go off?
4, 3, 2, 1. 0. We have ignition and liftoff from Cape Canaveral Air Station of the Air Force Delta II launch vehicle carrying the new GPS-2R satellite.
And this is what happens when one fails.
We have had an anomaly.
You need to secure the
We just had an anomaly of the Delta II launch vehicle from Cape Canaveral Air Station. We need to secure the area.
What are you talking about? It is literally raining fire from the sky, woman!
Of Delta II launch vehicle from Cape Canaveral Air Station, and we just had a problem with the vehicle on the pad.
What are you talking about? Run! No, actually, it was pretty cool that she kept her calm. Like, what do you do? Just, okay. Yeah, don't drop the SRB. Yeah. One of the casings had a stress fracture in it. Yeah. Remember what I say about explosions in all directions during rocket launches? Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's not a good thing. You need the explosion to go in one direction. Post the link? No, I don't want to. You didn't say please. Stop being mean to me. I hate you. I'm just kidding. There's the link in chat. Well, now I will never say please. After I give, you said thanks though. All right, that's fine. That explosion was in one direction once gravity got a hold of the situation. Yeah, but because you know rockets on non-anomalous missions go down, not up, demon, right? Obviously. I loved you, Erica. I hate you. I think this is all nitrogen venting. This is what was going on yesterday, guys. He did not say the magic word. Yeah, she got me. It could be White Claw. It could be cryogenic White Claw. Man, that thing's really starting to look like a spaceship, huh? I literally say that every time we see it. But you know what? It doesn't mean it's wrong, okay? Deep cryogenic White Claws. Yep. I think that's all of it. Yeah, okay. Deep cryogenic White Claws. Yep, Remember, chat.
Drink White Claw.
Yep. Imagine seeing the GSE tanks painted to look like a pack of White Claws. Now that would be funny, man. That would make me laugh. I've decided that 8-year-olds can make absolutely legendary Oh, bro. That's SERV. Cool. I've learned to not let what people say about you affect you much. Why are you giving them your time, Gujar? That's very counterintuitive. Why are you gonna give? Why are you trying to? That's just. It's very self-conscious. Why would you give somebody time and let them occupy space in your head that's just going to be a piece of crap to you? That doesn't make any sense. But see, here's the thing. That's a lot easier said than done to do that. That's something you just learn to do over time. When I started streaming, I mean, I really didn't like getting criticized too much. Now I don't care. Those words mean nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's just words. You know, and I do get criticisms. I get criticism a lot. The biggest criticisms that I get are, you know, you're not a rocket scientist. Stop trying to teach it. Yeah, okay, cool, sweet. And you are? Where's your stream? You know, like, I get that a lot. So, but I always try to do better, and I always try to learn more. You know. I'm not like I don't necessarily think that that's wrong. You know. And the time I was bound by law to have to listen to them. Well, Gujar, that's a totally different thing, and I don't really want to continue that conversation. That's not what we're talking about then if you were bound by law. So, I mean, different thing, dude. SKS, of course they're gonna hate. The thing is I don't let that occupy my headspace. Of course they're gonna hate. All right, fine, go ahead. Not bothering me. Thanks for the views, though. You know what I'm saying? Am I right? Honestly, it would be cool if SpaceX painted the GSE tanks. It would be a nice reference to the rainbow swash. What? If they painted them like White Claw bottles? I'm confused. Yeah, I know, SKS. It's pretty sweet. EJ needs to teach you lessons on how to focus and let it slide off your back. Shikama, it's something that... That's something that you just learn over time. Eventually, you'll let it occupy so much of your headspace that you'll stop giving a frick. That happened to me a long time ago. Take it from somebody that was super self-conscious. That and working retail. You can't really afford to care what people think when you work retail. I never understood the benefit to catching a booster. What does it do that landing doesn't do? They both require slowing down. Well, Snoodle, if you land like out on a drone ship, you got to deploy the landing legs, then you have to take the drone ship all the way back to the launch site. Landing it right on the pad basically gets rid of the integration operations that you have to do. The rocket landing back, at least right next to the pad or right near the pad, basically means that you don't need to take it, pull it off of a drone ship, fold the legs up, transport it back to the pad, etc., etc. Oh, the giant LNG tank off of I-93. Yeah. I got your username. Yep. Yeah, Shikama, that's super heavy. Super heavy needs that engine gimbal. They need that gimbal. They need that engine gimbal for catching the dang thing. You're gonna need to be pretty freaking precise to catch one of those. So yeah, 15 degrees of gimbal. That's the most that I've seen from any rocket engine, or at least any orbital class rocket engine. The two closest ones that I would think have a lot of gimbal are New Shepard engines probably gimbals that much, and the shuttle. Yeah, but I mean New Shepard suborbital, but still, that doesn't undermine the achievement. It's still hard to do. Yeah, Jax, I figure having SLS wigglies and super heavy wigglies right next to each other is probably a good thing. Ordon, 24-month resub. Merry Christmas. Hey, thanks, buddy. Merry Christmas to you, too. Are you going to be casting the James Webb launch? Scott, I plan to. It being on Christmas Day is going to complicate things a little bit, but I plan to. I'm going to bring my streaming laptop with me. I'm going to the in-laws. We're going to Detroit for Christmas.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Oh, that's going to be fun. So I hope the internet connection holds. So we'll get there. Apparently that gas tank has had that design for 50 years now. Yeah, and there used to be 2 of them, username. What time is it on the 25th? 7:20 a.m. Literally Christmas morning. I don't know. I don't make the decisions, guys. Yep. Literally Christmas morning. Yeah, Scott, I'm going to try to. If the connection holds, I'll do it. I'm going to bring all my streaming equipment with me. So, here's to hoping. I'm literally going to be carrying more streaming equipment to Detroit than I am clothes. It's just stupid. But hey, that is what it is. Detroit is in the Eastern time zone. Pineapple, yep. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you only have like 2 shirts. It's on Christmas Day, Pythos. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. No, we're gonna play. We'll play a game, Alex. Yeah, we can do Satisfactory if you guys want. Oh, great. Yeah, tell me about it. DJ, as a science novice, I appreciate you doing that. You help give me context. That said, if there ever was a great opportunity for a delay, that would be it. Yeah. Yeah. We'll finish up the fuel depots. Yep. Wait a minute. It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Guys, it's summer car day. No. We did Satisfactory for early hours. It's summer car day, bros. Oh no. Oh no. Oh crap. Damn it. It's Thursday? It's Thursday for you? Oh.